Okay, and we are back. Welcome to the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. I'm your host, Chillhop, the excellence of an execution, the no throne Cicerone, and welcome back to Thursday night, or what it might already be, Friday night. Imagine that, the change up. How time flies, how time goes, the impersistence of time. Happy evening wherever you might be. Hopefully you caught my stream earlier. That it was my first stream back since my hiatus over my let's call it a very nagging bug. I'm a little bit better. You might still hear some raspy throatiness. My throat is not at 100%, but you know what? It is good enough for some drinks and some chatter. And that's what we're doing tonight. We're jumping back into the world of Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. And here's hoping that we are very close to just wrapping up the fight. We've only got the final level left, which is Killer Marathon 2, as far as I understand it. But before I do that, I do want to get the last few collectibles, simply because at this point I want to make this a 100% run. Yeah, so that's that. In terms of new things, I am sure you yourself, as well as the rest of the world, is already playing Tears of the Kingdom. In fact, I am sure somebody has already beaten it, and all power to them. I will play that game someday. I am very much looking forward to it. But you know what? I've got a lot of other games in my backlog. I think I could wait a little bit. But yeah, hopefully you're enjoying it. And if you're playing it, feel free to drop some spoilers on chat. Actually, don't do that. You're gonna ruin it for everyone else. I don't care. DM me with the spoilers, I guess. But yeah, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about what's on tap tonight. Like I said, I think my throat is strong enough not to hack up red when I drink alcohol. So we're starting off with something light. This is something from our friends at Ace California Ciders. This is Ace Perry Craft Cider, and it is a Perry. Well, what is a Perry? It's like, hey Ales, you said this was a cider. I don't know about this Perry term. It sounds awfully British to me. Well, and I will say, please, can you stop? Can you just hold on? Can you sit back and let me explain the situation? Otherwise, I'm gonna have to ask security to get you out of here. Yes, ciders are generally ales made from apples, and you can mix in other fruits into them. We've had a number of different ciders here on stream, including pineapple ciders. We've had pear ciders, yes. We've had guava ciders, which we are very fond of. But Perries specifically refer to pear ciders. You could, I guess in theory, you could call every single pear cider a Perry. However, the term Perry specifically also talks about one specific type of pear cider, those made with Perry pears, which I guess is the name of a pear. Welcome, friend of the stream, in I go. Hey, goat. Appreciate your company tonight. So yeah, I guess this is classified as a Perry because it's made with actual Perry pears. I don't know. I don't actually even know if we grow them here in the States. Your guess is as good as mine. All that is fluff. I do love myself a good cider. Once again, the difference between ciders and beers really is the base. Rather than using grains that you boil, all you're using is pressed fruit, crushed fruit. You can process fruit in a number of different ways, and you ferment that and you get your cider. So it's actually a slightly easier of a process. No boiling involved. It makes things just a little bit cleaner, a little more sterile, and of course ciders themselves a little crisper and lighter. That's a very bad generalization. You can also choose to have them unfiltered, but that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, they're very easy entry in terms of drinking, simply because they're fruity, they're generally sweet. Most people enjoy them. I enjoy them. They're not my go-to alcohol, but they are very good. But with all that nonsense out of the way, let's see what the masters at Untapped has to say about the Ace Perry cider. And let me go here. And it actually worked. Okay. Ace Perry cider from the California Cider Company. 5%, so not too bad. Ace Perry is an all-natural fruit cider. Fresh pear juice and Madagascar vanilla, oh nice, for mouthfeel and smoothness are added to our apple cider post-fermentation. Okay, so you don't actually ferment the pear in this particular concoction. Imagine that the base is still apple cider. So nothing too complex here. Let's go back to our main page. Okay. And there it goes. Let's go ahead and taste this guy. And I did recently just have a can of Red Bull, unfortunately. One of the tricks of the trade that Ale Wolf tends to go down is the consumption of energy drinks sometime before he goes on late night streams, simply because it helps things smooth over. And I generally, as much as I love the taste of Red Bull, I want to take it off my mouth before I taste anything. Okay. So let's go ahead and pour this one. So very clear color. It almost looks like water, to be perfectly honest with you, until you pour it down. Then it starts looking more like a champagne type liquid. And actually that's fun, because the few times that I've had champagne recently, I often think that they kind of just remind me of pear ciders. A very sickly sweet aroma. Fang and ale, dear viewer. So not too sweet, which is nice. One of the reasons I respect the Ace Cider Company is because they generally don't make their ciders very sweet. You know, everyone loves a good punch of sugar, but when I'm trying to taste ciders, I try to look for something that is balanced in terms of sugars, and that they're not using the sugars in order to hide the quality of the cider itself. It's slightly crisp. I wish it was more crisp. It's got good taste of pears. And then there's a very thin film of creaminess to it, and maybe it's that vanilla that they were talking about. Yeah, very light in body, 1 out of 5 in terms of body composition. No lingering bitterness, of course. Yeah, so a very, very solid pear cider. If you enjoy ciders at all, if you enjoy apple ciders, I would say pear is the next easy leap, I want to say, since it's such a similar fruit in certain characteristics. So let me go ahead and update my ticker, enter this on Untapped, and we'll be right on our way. In the meantime, please enjoy what are we playing right now? Zen Headbutt. It's one of the newest additions to my song list. Nice. then I think we're good. I think that's fine. So with all that, let's get back to business. Like I said, I'm about to finish Travis Strikes Again. Just need to do a couple more things. Of course, it's been a few weeks, so let's see how well I remembered how to do this. Oh, and I guess before I do that, let's go ahead and pin the question of the night. Just because we're talking about ciders, what is your favorite fruit? What is your favorite fruit? Ask the person on the first date. And the other person responded with, why wouldn't you ask me about the weather instead? Alright. No matter how much I adore Travis, I feel like this game has definitely given Batman a special place in my heart. Kinda just like his style. It's too bad I can't use him on that final level though. And of course, the objective of the final throws of the game here is our friend, Bad Dog. Still holding a grudge against us, of course. Let's see if we can change some t-shirts. All these Zelda ones are actually quite good, but they don't necessarily match the style of Travis's I mean, I feel like he would wear them. What is that, Fatal Frame? That looks like Fatal Frame. The Outfoxies. It's very difficult not to go for the red and blacks. Now let's go with this. I have no idea what Fury is, but I like that pattern. Batman. A game about cubes. This almost seems to match his style completely. What about? I feel like he's used this before. Enter the Gungeon. And let's go with this, Batman. You deserve the pinks. At this point, have we left any faxes unread? Doesn't seem like it. Oh yes, there's a couple more. Alright, let's see if the voice holds up. Even now, I pray that the United States will open its eyes, do away with the very option of using military force, and advance the project for the move to Mars. However, Juvenile plans on launching an assault on the US. She's going to take over Langley, and then subsequently take over the entire US from the internal systems outward. She plans to nuke our own country. I know as well as anyone just how powerful a nation the United States of America is. However, over the past 20 years, we've greatly enhanced our networks, our technology, and the technology of those who support us. We already know about the CIA's plans to renovate each of their own systems. Because of these renovations, Juvenile will be able to slip into the US easily. I love her with all my heart, but at the end of the day, I am an American, and I must protect my homeland, my family, and my friends. Having lost everything at the hands of the government, I cannot blame her for her actions nor her decisions. But she has gotten mad with rage towards the idea of government itself, and I must stop her from hurting all those innocent people who simply love and follow their own country, for the sake of preventing her legacy and honor from being forever ruined. God bless America. K. Let's see. In I go. Old ales. Old ales is correct. I want some new advice. Got myself in a new situation and I want your thoughts. Well, I'm gonna give you my usual disclaimer. In I go. Feel free to drop whatever you would want on the chat. I will react to it and I will let you know what I think. But once again, know that I am a man of very limited experiences. Alright, final facts. Final facts to C16. Those with no sense of safety nor future, those with nothing left to protect, these are the people who will take even the most extreme risks, and who can therefore be the most terrifying of all. Juvenile will likely use this weapon to cut as deeply into America as she possibly can. There's virtually nothing left we can do to stop her. After losing me, she'll fight to the death. I was her partner, but I also helped her keep her in check. For years I continued to speak to her for better intentions and sense of reason, but now that I'm gone, there's nobody left to stop her, and I doubt you will find her in time. The fate Juvenile shoulders is a sorrowful one indeed. John Winter, who literally became the brain of DDAAA, is her father. I've kept this buried deep down inside for years, but with death right there before my eyes, I finally told her the truth. Whether her rage toward the country that took advantage of her real father's wisdom will take over, or whether she ends up hesitating to attack her own father. Either way, I don't know whether the decision I made was the right one. Please save her from her own terrible, pointless fate. God bless America. K. Okay. And I guess that completed the last piece of that puzzle. Anything from Jean? No, I think Jean's done. Oh, and like I said, really, I need to look at what am I missing here. I'm pretty sure the only thing I need are Azteca stones, but let me double check anyways. So everything in Electric Thunder, everything in Life is Destroy, everything in Coffee and Donuts, looks like everything in Golden Dragon GP, everything in the original Killer Marathon, we've got everything in Serious Moonlight, and CIA, we've got one Azteca stone left, 1 out of 5. Guys, I'm not the biggest fan of CIA. What about Killer Marathon Beyond? Well, I've got nothing, but that's okay because I haven't even been in there. Well, no, I'm sorry. I've been there and I've died several times. So let's see if we can find a handy guide online to tell us exactly where all the Azteca stones are in CIA. Okay, well, I found a game facts board that says you are most likely missing the one close to toilet number 7. Start from there and head down. When you enter the next room, you'll see it on the right. Maybe. Let's just watch this video, I guess. Once I can skip the foolish ad on this. Okay, let's see. While that is going on, let's see. Met this girl on a chat app. Was upfront after I saw her Instagram knowing we'd be compatible. She didn't want to be used because her last situation, her first time. She just turned 18 2 months ago. She was young, I get it. But with FaceTime, she had me wrong how genuine I've been. She likes me. I have some flags raising though. She still does for the last dude that used her art homework. Doesn't want him to fail. Well, I mean, I'm glad that you pointed out that last part. In my experience, once again, my very limited experience, for one reason, well, let's simply say because of how young I was, because of how strongly I was about emotional connections, I had a tendency and a bias to more strongly hold on to feelings of relationship and love with people who did not necessarily deserve it. Yeah, let's say deserve it. And that's simply because I didn't necessarily know that I wasn't ready to let go. Now, that is what I am suggesting, and so I take that to generalize that I feel that there are sometimes times in life. This is not everybody, of course, but I feel like there's people who are younger who continue to harbor some attachments to people that they've been in relationships with, I guess, and I don't necessarily think that they're generally very healthy, because I don't think they're really going to be they're going to really amount to anything, and so just by you suggesting that she's still helping him with homework makes me suspect, I don't know the situation, so this is just a wild assumption here, that she might be in some way holding out a candle for him. And so I would kind of sort that out before trying anything significant with her. And that's my thought on it. Let's see, you have something else here. She wants me to dial it back about having feeling for her. For her, she might run away from it. She likes alone time, but yet wants something real. Huh. I get some of the same red flags that most pretty girls have, but everyone has problems. No, and I mean, that's true. You know, you can't obviously generalize. Not every single person is the same. And, you know, I talk about young people, but I am sure that there was far more mature people than myself at my particular age when I experienced different things. So I can't necessarily account for every single individual. But I think that if I was any sort of decent fellow giving you any sort of good advice, I would probably say tread carefully, because I do kind of just feel like she still needs to unravel from this older relationship, and she might not yet be there to completely start anew. I'm sure that that's not what you wanted to hear, but that's kind of how I'm reading the situation. All right, so where was I? Oh yes, trying to find the Azteca stones. Let's see if it has a. Let's start with the one from the all the way from the back at 4016. Starts at toilet 7, so let's go there. And here we go back into the Garden of Madness. Let's see. No wonder I get a little phase. I just think to have sex and make those feelings she has to come to me, because that's why she's attached. It sucks, but being nice really is kind of yucky in modern dating. It's about being out the pimp when you need to. I guess something that you said there kind of struck a chord with me. I think it was a long time when what was it? I think it was like I was talking with one of my close friends back when I was in the well, let's not mention in details, but he was kind of just fed up with playing the role of nice guy, and I think we were just having drinks, and I think we kind of just came to the conclusion that, yeah, being the nice guy, it doesn't actually pay off. It doesn't. And you know what? That actually I've never actually changed my mind on that. You're probably right. It is always the worst, but sometimes there's no way about it. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, they're actually new, and you know what? I don't actually. They're a little more of a necessity than anything. I generally wear contact lenses, but I'm actually wearing glasses today, and that is why I'm wearing these today. Imagine that. Oh, come on, did I just block myself? Lovely. And of course, for this one particular, I can't actually change characters. Let's just equip the best skill chips. BCB. Movement is restricted. Oh, this is the shooty swordy thing. The Physalis chip is quite good, actually. Let's change this with the turn A chip. And actually, let's go with the here, and then for this one, let's do the Beyblade, which I think is the destroy chip? No. It has a funny name. What it's called? F91? No. Wing chip. What is it called? Double X? Oh, it's the V2. Okay. Just flat out agreed. Yeah, well, I appreciate you appreciating how I said it. I am not a smart man. I just read life as it is, and yeah, unfortunately, playing the nice guy, as much as I will always try to forever be the nice guy, doesn't pay. Be right back. I'm in a Discord call, and I'm in Mon, pretty young lady. Stream is more my vibe tonight, but it's nice feeling needed. Yeah, absolutely. Do what you gotta do. Like I said, I always appreciate your company. And if you have a higher calling, please go ahead and take it. Oh, so nice. Hey, you're welcome. And I think these are teleporters. There's a final Azteca stone. Okay, so maybe if I... No, that one's not it. Are they still coming? I thought that was like a time-sensitive door. Everything is red. Ah, they're still playing the game. Yeah, that's a shame. Okay, maybe I need to teleport myself to the elevator before this one. What is this? Well, at least they can't actually come out of there. Level up 4,000. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. I've been trying to level up Shinobu, but honestly, it's an uphill battle. Let's see. Super powerful, but obviously it needs to pan out the way it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna be chill. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them, as they say. Okay, let's try to rush. I'm probably gonna have to use the... what do you call it? Why can't I just hop over them? Why? They're not invincible walls. I think the last time I did this, I did it using the invisible chip. Just because I'm faced how she wants to be used. So why not use... I believe, what is it? Karma goes around that way, doesn't it? Alright, gotta change skill chips. No, I don't think karma's gonna get you. I don't actually think karma's a thing, to be honest with you. It's just one of those phrases that people use. Let's see. is the invisible one? Voila. Don't want to use her, but it's like the love I feel for her. I'm just constantly reminded. Don't love that way. Well, I'm not gonna suggest one way or the other. I would simply say, think about the things that you want, and consider if the actions that you are going to take are really going to satisfy those particular necessities. Okay, so maybe if I don't press that, clear everything out here. Do they keep spawning if I just... Actually, come to think of it. I love good women or pretty women, but it's like, nah, we don't want that from you. Just maybe your... Well, I don't think that's why people find their calling, as they say. Is this thing gonna work or not? But I understand that you're frustrated, though. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, door wasn't even open. Imagine that. This thing lasts a pretty long time. I feel like I could have... Wait a second, it didn't even open. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Ah, finally. What a pest. What does this do? Oh, it just opens that door. Let's see, this wizard type dude told me the way I should continue relationships is moving with wisdom, because sometimes I have ignored signs to get pleasure from, but wisdom tells me enjoy and move on, and it's like the less you want them, the more they'll want. Just the distortions at work, maybe. But I'm not putting my heart out there. Gotta start putting some protection on it, or hiding it behind my back. I would probably say that whoever gave you that advice was probably right. I think it is a great feeling when you are able to put yourself out there and try to connect with somebody emotionally in as many ways as you can connect with somebody. But maybe I said this before. Finding the right person, and I hate to say this, is very difficult. And yeah, some people get very lucky the first time they do it and they're married for 80 years and that's great. But that's not most people. You're gonna wade through muck and it's gonna be horrible and your heart is gonna be torn. And sometimes you're gonna think that you found the right person and you're gonna be together for 20 years. And then they change and they weren't the right person. And you gotta start over. And maybe you never find the right person. And unfortunately, that's just how it is. But that's not to say that you shouldn't look for the right person. That's not that you shouldn't share with somebody eventually. I think it's more about knowing when to share and how to gradually let yourself out. Just because, for better or for worse, it's very. I think it's risky to put yourself out there from the beginning. It's very risky to invest yourself when you don't know something that is meeting you halfway the way that you are meeting them. Yeah, now I think about it, the more risky putting your heart out there. Yeah, no, absolutely. Getting kicked in the nuts is one thing, but it'll eventually go away. Whereas getting kicked in the heart, it's gonna be there with you for a very long time. Alright, let's try to rush this. Go to that yellow panel and see where that leads us. Okay, so I have no idea where we... Oh, right, I remember this. Oh, huh. Very funny. Well, at least I got my coin. Let's see. Crazy how metaphysical it can be. Your analogy. Row you to Rio when you get those beers in, huh? Ale's the nicer version of Batman. Oh, trust me, I'm very jaded. My friends are the people who still choose to remain by my side. Think I'm the most negative person in the world. Alright, is this it? Great. Why would there be a boss monster here? Let's go. Not smart. Have one of these. Still got one of these punks. There it goes. Up goes the weasel. Why do my friends think I'm negative? Oh, I mean, I guess I'm oversimplifying it. I think they just think I'm too morbid about things. I've told them so many times that I don't keep, I don't necessarily like to talk too much about myself, but I've only ever had a very small list of friends, and for one reason or another, I haven't been able to keep them very well, and that's mostly on me. But one of the things that I often say is that I'm probably going to lose every one of them at some point. Anyways, but that's not what this stream is about. This is, I think I've got everything on this map. All that being said, wow. All that being said, I love my friends. Alright, nothing else in here. Let's go ahead and charge up before we leave. Okay, so maybe it's after so if it's not number 7, it's got to be number 6. And still enjoying a Ace Perry cider for anyone new joining us. Let's see. The question, if that is true, did that help you maintain your relationship? Like that thing you had perished in you, maybe you realized to stop having heart for others and just think about yourself. Because maybe that's why I haven't maintained the relationship. No, I wouldn't say, well, let me say one last thing about me, and then we can not talk about me. I like to think that when I admire somebody, when I see something of myself in them that calls out to me, when they make me feel by the things that they say or do, that's not something that's ever going to go away. I think those are connections. They're very much one-sided connections. And so if I know somebody like that and I don't see them for a very long time, there's no reason for me to believe that I won't harbor the same feelings for them if I only meet them 20 years later. All that being said, that's not how most people work. And people forget, and people have priorities. And so I don't hold anyone to those particular standards. That's just myself. And so yeah, I'm just very poor at keeping in touch with people, especially when I leave. I'm also just terrible at catching up with people. Yeah, so that's that. But yeah, that's a little bit about how Ail's crazy brain works. Ooh. now it's open. Wait a second. Is it not? What is... That's nice and good, man. Maybe it got bugged. Okay, well, we did this. This stage or level would be so much more agreeable if we didn't have these choppiness effects on the sides of the screen. There's absolutely no point doing that. Alright, let's go. What the? Okay. How dare you? Oh, of course. Finally. Why did I... There's a barrier there. I really should change skill chips. It's the one that I like, the one for Travis only. Why would you stop and charge your sword? Okay. All right. Hey, hey. All right, these guys. Oh no. Problem solved. Except for all these dead bodies, of course. Oh, they show up. Seriously. And of course there's a toilet here. Let's just use it to charge up. This is madness. maybe this is not where I need to. Let me go back to the trailer. I think I needed to... I'm trying to find this blasted Azteca stone. And I know that it is right before... Toilet 7. Let me get a good look at it again. Yeah, save, whatever. This thing is like an onion. The more layers you peel, let's go. So maybe it's toilet number 6 because oh, and of course I'm getting another ad. Alright, let's just put it here. Okay, so I remember that, yes. I was just doing that. Todos los coleccionables de CIA. What are you guys doing? Okay, so I got there. I did that. Right, teleported back. Okay, and that was the arcade, blah blah blah. I literally just did all this. What am I missing here? Right, and then this part. Still not seeing that as Deca Stone. Toilet. I don't think that actually showed anything. Let's see, Ailes, I appreciate you, bro. I know we never talked on the mic, but I feel like we friends. Maybe it's just how good your words come off when I ask stuff. Well, thank you for thinking that. Like I said, everything. I'm trying to be as sincere as possible with the things that you're sharing, because I do understand that, you know, you are genuinely sharing the things that you're experiencing. So I'm trying to be as genuine with the things that I'm saying as well, with the huge disclaimer that I don't know enough about life. And I certainly appreciate that you consider myself a friend, but please know that anything that I say or I show during stream is only really the tip of the iceberg. I'm a very unusual person. Alright, let's see. Maybe I need to travel even further back than that. Maybe before 4016. Oh. Huh. See, I never did that. That goes to bullying the boys. BS, you do. You're just humble, which is cool. You keep learning. Same. Yeah, like I said, I'll always appreciate the back and forth in Igo. I'm glad that you found your way to this very strange stream. Alright, so that was... Let's go back to toilet number 7 once again. Far from strange, this is normal. I'm glad that you think so. In all my time in the Twitchverse, I have yet to find another stream that let's just simplify it and say plays games and just randomly drinks beers and talks about beers for some reason. There it is. Whoop, it's closed again. does it close so quickly? That's crazy. This is what streaming should be about, having small communities dispersed. Not all piled up in not entertaining content. I mean, there's definitely something to be said about how some larger streams definitely just don't necessarily have a community because it's so big and everyone has things to say. How can they be so fast? Oh, right, I forgot about that. Once I press that button, all of these doors become red. Which means it's back to the trailer. Well, that's this might be a two-man job. Yeah. You know what? I think that's my attempt. I think. You know, I don't even need the aesthetic. I've got all the shirts. I don't actually need them. That's fine. That's okay. Ridiculous game. Let's actually do something fun and go on to Killer Marathon 2. Just use Travis. Yeah, I guess I'll just use Travis. Banging it. All right. Silverface. Of course they do. Silverface. 3 minutes. Wow. Probably should have equipped more aggressive skill chips. wonder if I get any more time as I keep moving. Wow, these blocking fools. Of course. Get rid of these blasted skull. These guys have such good defense. Nice, there they go. Barrier. Wonderful. See, for your information, when you hit checkpoints, you get some extra time, but when it runs out, it completely over, or start back from last checkpoint with the time you had remaining. Okay, that's good to know. Gotta change chips. I'm actually one step away from changing to Batman, just because I haven't used them. Let's keep going with Travis. So... let's go for the snake one. Circle slide from surrounding enemies. And there it goes. Boom. Well, I guess that was bound to happen. Man, all the way back at the start. That's, guess, gotta be quicker than that. Goal is 2.8 miles. Why? Seriously? hitboxes for these paddles is actually very infuriating. That's okay. Yes, let's keep going. Beautiful. Okay, finally. Oh, that is wild.
I'm a loser.
Okay. I think it's time to charge up. Yeah, I mean it's pretty obvious that I've gotta increase my stats. It definitely needs to be tankier. Alright, well, I think we've got a clear objective here. It's gonna be a slog, but it'll be well worth it. But for right now, I think I need a quick bio break. We'll see you at the other side of this break. Once I... Oh, there we go. Okay, and welcome back to the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. I'm your host, Ale Wolf, otherwise known as Ales, Gentleman Streamer, the Excellence of an Execution, Brewmaster, or the Order of the Shield Lichen. And welcome back to Travis Strikes Again. We're trying to go through the final level of the game, Killer Marathon. We're having some challenges. But what would the Ales and Fails Twitch stream be without its challenges? Before we get back into that though, I did decide to pick out something else from the old ale cellar. And this is something that I've had before. This is a Coconati, which is a coconut porter from our friends at Shadow Puppet Brewing Company. As you can imagine, it tastes like coconut. Now, in terms of what a porter is, it's an ale that is made using darker malts, specifically crystal chocolate malts, other types of grain which generally tend to look a little toasted. Now, porters generally tend to be opaque, and they're only a few shades lighter than your conventional stout. In fact, it is said that the main general difference between porters and stouts is the fact that porters and stouts will use the same ingredients largely, except that you will actually toast the grains of a porter before you throw them into the beer vat for a stout. So there's that very, very small distinction. But yeah, let's I can only assume that this has been infused with coconut in some way. And let's see what Untapped has to say on this. I've had it several times before. Let me go over it here. Okay, it's a solid alcohol percentage at 8.1% alcohol by volume. A solid presence of toasted coconut layers, well with robust roasted malt and chocolate notes. So, when a dark beer talks about chocolate notes, unless it specifically says that it used chocolate nibs in the concoction, assume that the notes that it's talking about actually comes from the grains themselves. And there's actually a grain that's specifically known as chocolate grain or chocolate barley. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it gives this flavor of chocolate. And yeah, I guess it's just got toasted coconut as well. So let's go ahead and savor that. Okay. I always like to finish my nights with something darker on tap. It's a good way to close things up. And I was just hit with very strong notes of toasted coconut on the nose. Some very light cocoa on the nose. Some sweetness is there. Vanganale. And of course, happy Tears of the Kingdom Day to you. So very strong cocoa flavor there. Some earthen character to it. Very light bitterness. If anything, it comes from that earthy quality. Very strong coconut presence, which is good. You generally want your beers, if they say they have a particular fruit, to have that fruit, to showcase it. I would say largely creamy. In terms of body, a solid 2.5 out of 5. maybe 3, given how viscous it can be. Yeah, and all around just very balanced, very consistent. I really like coconati, and you'll probably see me having it several more times before I expire. Let me go ahead and update my ticker, enter my untapped entry, while you enjoy the sweet sounds of clarity. Okay. So that's that. Let's go ahead and go back into the game. Let's go ahead and try and see how far we can get. Maybe even if we keep failing, at the very least, we're gonna get some good experience. It's game time. Let's see if there's any other chips that might be more agreeable to me. What's good? That's a machine gun turret, which is nice, except it kind of just locks onto one direction. Alright, maybe let's just use the wing chip. nice whenever I can get them in a straight line. Oh, come on. There we go. This guy. Down he goes. Killed by a pinball. Yes, yes. Why am I even questioning this? Nice. Checkpoint. That's ridiculous. Okay, bug extra. Give me some words of wisdom. Grandpa's words of wisdom. If there's a side road, take it. This is the biting spell of gameplay. You may end up wasting time, but sometimes you'll find some really cool Actually, can I explore the level now that I made it to the checkpoint? Because that would be nice. No, of course not. Of course not. What do you think this is? In terms of, okay, it's all about 400. Grandpa's words of wisdom. Destroy every breakable object. This is a basic rule of gameplay. Don't go expecting rewards, but sometimes you can score a huge bonus. Okay. Break everything. Oh. What is this? What is the point of this? I'm sure this is a waste of time, isn't it? Oh, great. What a waste of time. These idiots. Lordly highwaymen. Okay, well. Okay. Actually, I didn't even need to stop there. Just keep moving. And of course, barrier. Wow, I was right there, wasn't I? Imagine that. Boom. Wild. I've got a desire to change to Batman, actually.
Time to knock out a homer.
I'm actually quite close to leveling up. No, actually, I'm good with Batman. Let's go.
Right on.
There we go. And let's change his skill chipset. I wonder how this thing works, actually. Destroy chip. Spin up is always quite good. Of course, here's the balls. And then the triple crown. Let's change it to... I think we only use that in boss battles anyways. Let's go. Oh, come on. Ah, too many of these punks. Nice. Let's go. Jeez. Wow. Got my head bashed in.
No more beer.
Don't say that to me. That's right. Wait, I didn't. Oh, come on. I didn't actually get a good understanding about that Dembra something or other thing worked. No, I don't need to save. I just need to get back into it.
Play ball.
Play ball. That is a hairy man. Let's change that initial skill. Yeah, let's just go with the B2 chip. Oh, come on. How would I get 2 hits out of that one? As long as I can keep throwing madness onto the arena, I think it's good. Come on. This is... Seriously? Ah. Ugh. Nice. There he goes. Ooh. Oh, come on. This is madness. Boom. This is what I get for leveling up everyone equally. The law of equivalent exchange. I mean, I'm not gonna deny that it's not fun. It is also unfun. How far away am I from a level up? 690. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. Wow, come on, guy. Wow, so swarmy. I don't think they're actually hurt by the paddles. It's like your entire life bar just goes away in this particular stupid zone. Oh, where's my bomb? Yes, yes, yes. Ah, oh, missed both of them. There he goes. Ah. Time's up again. Wow. I can honestly say that we have accomplished nothing in today's stream, which is even a low point for the Ales and Fails nation. Oh, that is tough. Let's see if any of the other chips actually agree with this madness. What is this? No. Well, it's increasing. Turn A. I might just go back on using the unicorn chip just because I do find myself lacking that energy. I don't think Bad Hop is doing too much for us. No. Alright, there we go. Why do I get hit twice? Beautiful. Okay. Okay, one eliminated out. Oh, these guys are such... Okay. Calm. That shouldn't even count as a hit. That's...
I'm so sorry, Charlotte.
Oh, Charlotte. Ah, 12,000. Okay. Well, slowly and but surely, it's moving up. Down it goes. Okay, good. One down. They just directly go right after me. Nice. Ah, where's my bomb? Wow, these guys are ridiculous. Jeez, guy. Yes. I felt like the first time I did this, I simply hit the first skull, and that was sufficient to get to the checkpoint. Oh, come on. What a nightmare. Alright, we're nearing our Cinderella time here, folks. Let's do what we know how to do with Batman. Drink. So sick of this nonsense. Okay, so I don't know that the V2 chip really does that much for us. Fizzle's chip is always good. Crossbone chip is surprisingly useful. Unicorn chip. Triple crown. Nice. Okay, we made it at least. Nice. Always bet on beer. Oh. One down. Nice. Oh, come on, don't throw up on me now. What? It's not open yet? What am I missing here, folks? Wow. What a nightmare. Well, but that was a fun run at the very least. Let's go. Batman might not be as powerful as Travis, but his triple hop skill, or triple whatever skill, makes him very formidable in a pinch. If the drinking works to our advantage, that is. I did it. Nice. Ah. Beautiful. Come on, I was already in. Wow.
I'm so sorry, Charlotte.
Oh. Okay, one more go. Where am I at? 206. Okay. Let's go. Alright. Keep drinking. Nice. One down. One of you alone is not that big of a deal. Oh, come on! Oh, why does that keep happening? Okay, clearly I just have to destroy all the blasted skulls. Oh. Boom. Alright. Well, I think that's it. Ooh, that is rough goings, folks. Rough going, folks. Rough goings indeed. No, I think we're good. I think that's it. Otherwise, we're gonna mess up tomorrow morning. We got slightly bigger fish to fry. Yeah, let's just back out of this. But in terms of experience, not bad. Not bad. Maybe in a few more sessions we'll be fine. Well, that was Travis Strikes Again. Unfortunately, we didn't make a lot of progress. We didn't collect that the Azteca stone that we wanted, simply because it required co-op, and as you can see, I don't have another person here to work with me on that one in particular. And yeah, Killer Marathon has been killer, but you know what? It'll take some time. We'll level up, we'll get stronger, we'll get wiser, and we'll beat those enemies down a lot quicker than the timer reaches 0. So we'll be back at this in about 2 weeks or so. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this stream. Hopefully you enjoyed some of the banter that we had tonight. If you enjoy this sort of thing, tune in tomorrow at around, I want to say, here's hoping 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I'll be playing King of Fighters 15 for our bar fight corner. Hopefully I'll be able to pick some fights with people online, maybe learn a few tricks or two. Yeah, so hopefully join me then. Otherwise, check my schedule to see what's coming up next week. But all that, thank you for your company. Thank you for your time. Hopefully something that I said today, or hopefully something that I did today, at the very least cracked a smile in your face. Stay thirsty, Alpac. We'll see you again.
Thank you.